Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. I hope wherever you are in the world today has been treating you so well. In today's video I'm going to be doing a full face of Troublemaker Beauty. So this is a brand new brand. It's from the people who created Revolution all of those years ago, from the same incubator, I think that's what they call it, I don't really know, but the same people that came up with Revolution have now brought out Troublemaker Beauty, and the packaging is really cute, fun, colourful, really bright colourful packaging. We've got colourful eyeshadow, I'm so excited. We've got little squidgy lip glosses. I have everything for a full face apart from concealer, because at the time of filming they don't have concealer, but they already have pictures on their Instagram and things of more products that will be coming in the future, and I do believe there is a concealer in there. So I'm going to be doing a full face today. Everything will be linked down below. If you are interested in Troublemaker Beauty, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. There are so many more products that I didn't even get here, so if you want to see a part 2, let me know down below. I'm more than happy to get more products, but let's just dive straight on in, because I've got a foundation stick. I have gone so wild for foundation sticks this year, and I'm very excited about this one. So this is the Joy multi-use foundation. This is in the shade Moonwalker. Now, when this first launched on Thursday last week, when this first launched, I was like, oh, there's 4 shades of foundation. And I went onto their Instagram and I was like, girl, please tell me that there's going to be more shades. And they were like, yes, we've had a little bit of an issue. There's going to be more shades. And then they put up a post with all of the swatches. I think there's going to be about 40 shades. So I can't complain. I can't complain with that. But currently, it was a limited selection. So, like I say, I went for the shade Moonwalker, and I think that that's going to be a pretty good shade for me. I have literally just finished my skincare routine. That is why my face is looking red. So, hopefully, this will cover over it nicely. They've got a few different types of foundation. They have a cushion foundation that I am eagerly awaiting my shade in, and also a liquid full coverage foundation. So I'm excited to try both of those potentially. If, like I say, if you want to see anything in particular from the brand that I'm not testing today, let me know and I will try my very best to get my hands on it. So I think that that's a really decent colour actually. If you look at my neck rather than where I've swiped that onto my face, I think that that's a really decent colour. So I'm going to tap this in with a brush. That's a perfect colour. Considering I had so few to choose from, I think I did quite well there. This very rarely happens. Okay, so that has definitely dialed down the redness. I can still see quite a lot of it. I will see if this is buildable, but first impression, that was incredibly, I've got glitter on my face, that's cute. That was incredibly creamy, really easy to blend. I'm not seeing it on my skin at all. I think I'm quite impressed with that. Okay, let's see if it's buildable. Just because a lot of the time this would absolutely be enough coverage for me. I think my skin is a little bit upset with the moisturiser that I used today. So let's see if I can just cancel out this redness just across my cheeks with a little bit more, and I will press this in and sort of try and keep it a little bit more precise where I feel I need it. Let's see. Okay, the second layer is not doing too cute. Noted. That's fine. I will know for next time. It's not laying on top of itself incredibly nicely, but by itself, I think that that looks really nice. Everywhere else now, apart from the cheeks, looking real nice. And if you want a more full coverage option, they have the liquid one. So I am going to go off and do my concealer. I will use the MCO Beauty, because you can also get this from Superdrug. The MCO Beauty Brighten and Perfect Cream Concealer, and I have this in light 2. So just round the eyes. I'm not going to put this anywhere else so that we can see how the foundation looks at the end. Okay, so concealer is on. I desperately need some brows on my head. So this is the, ooh, no information on it, just Troublemaker. It doesn't have anything else on that, but it does have this little push system, because this is the brow pencil. This was the Feral Brow Blade, and I got this in the darkest shade, did I? Dark brown, yes. So I think there was dark brown and then there was like black brown. It's like, I'd like something lighter than dark brown. Again, maybe it's coming. So this is one of these ones that's like flat. I have the Revolution one, and I've really been loving that. So let's see how this goes. I need a lot of help with my brows. I do like these sorts of pencils because you can sort of use it on its side to fill in the tail quite quickly, but also turn it the other way and get little hair-like strokes. So let's see. Okay, I really like this brow pencil. I really like this brow pencil. It's a lot cooler than what I would usually go for. If they were to bring this out in like a medium brown or like a warmer brown tone, I would absolutely be all over that. I mean, I'm gonna use it. I don't think that this looks bad. It's just a little bit more cool toned than what I would usually go for, but a lot of people would love a shade like that, because I know a lot of people say that a lot of brow pencils are too warm for them. I don't have that problem. I have orange hair, okay? I want warmth in my brow pencils. I really like that. It's not too soft, so you get those brow hair strokes very easily, but you can also, like, it was so quick, fill in the brows so quickly. I really like that. So they didn't have a brow gel, so I'm just gonna leave the brows just like that. I am not mad at all. So I got 2 setting powders because they had a pressed version and a loose version. Let's go for the pressed one today. So this is the Bad Press Setting Powder. This is in No Comment Translucent. So I think they had, like, again, a very minimal shade range. Hopefully more will be coming, but always good to have a translucent option. So using a fluffy brush, and before I do that, let's tap out the creases under my eyes and try this setting powder. So like I say, I got that other one, but there is probably going to be a part 2 to this because they launched so many products. So if you've tried anything in particular that you have been liking, or if there's anything in particular that you would like to see reviewed, let me know. Let me know, because there's definitely going to be a part 2 to this. I'm excited about this brand. I'm excited about more colour coming back to the high street and the makeup industry as a whole. I'm not sure that this powder is really doing it for me, but that's fine. Not everything is going to work for everybody. It's so hard to tell because I don't necessarily think that that foundation stick is laying very nicely on my skin and it's looking a little bit textured now. Like I feel like you can see here, it's sort of lifting up a little bit and looking quite dry looking. But also I have just put a powder on, so I will keep playing with other foundations that I really like and let you know, but there was no white cast, so that's good. So for bronzer, this was the lightest shade of the baked bronzer that they had on the website, and I took a risk and I don't think that the risk has paid off. Because that looks terrifying, but this is the baked bronzer with hyaluronic, the overcooked bronzer. This is in the shade Snickerdoodle. And again, this was the lightest shade that they had in this bronzer. They had other bronzers that were not baked, they were just like a regular powder bronzer. So let's just do a very, very small amount. I'll tap that brush off into the lid so that we don't get too much. And let's see. Okay. We're okay. We are okay. That is not too... like it's not picking up too much on my brush with each dip. I am only dipping very, very lightly. I am approaching with so much caution, like really, really not applying too much. I like the undertone. I was about to say I like the colour. It's potentially a little dark. If I were to, you know, go crazy like I usually do. It is a nice undertone though. Again, I will be interested to see if they bring out more shades of this. It's blending very nicely. I feel like it's adding a nice little bit of a glow to the skin. A little bit of colour, but it's terrifying because that shade is not what I thought it was going to be. So I will just get this to where I want it to be. I think I'm happy with that. I don't want to go overboard. I'm scared of that bronzer, but that was a me problem. So this blush, right? So everything I feel like is a bit little. All of the products are a bit little. Like the packaging is little, and then some things are huge. Like the eyeshadow palette that's a £5. I feel like this is massive. £5? No, £6. This is huge for a £6. Then the setting spray that I thought was going to be like those little Touchland setting sprays that are like this big, like they're the size of like a credit card, aren't they? So they're like this big. Then the setting spray is huge, and then the blush is so small. So tiny. So this is the Troublemaker Bouncy Blush, and this is in Alley Oop Orange. I don't know what the name references are here. I'm sure that there is a reference. And it is important to note at this point that everything that I have read about this brand says that it is targeted towards teenagers. That is not me. I mean, I might act like one, but that is not me. So I want to touch it because it says it's bouncy. Let's touch it. Okay, feels like a powder blush. Fine. I thought it was going to be like, I don't know, smooshy. My brush doesn't really fit in it. That's my problem. Like, the packaging just feels a little bit off. Like some things are huge and then this is like not even the size of my palm. Like, it's tiny. It's so small. I mean, it's very cute. Let's see how I feel about this. Okay. I wasn't expecting glowy. I wasn't expecting this to have any glow. But that's got a glow. Again, very, very pigmented, but we all know at this point I go overboard with my blush. I mean, I don't need it today because my skin is so red. I really, really think that my skin didn't like the moisturiser that I used this morning, but that's fine. That's a me issue. Let's blend this out. Try and knock it back a little bit. I really like that colour. I love the glow that that is giving my skin. It's not like a sticky glow, it's like a luminous glow. Do they have bouncy? So this is the bouncy blush. Do they have bouncy bronzer? Because I think that formula in a bronzer would be delicious. I really like that. I really like that. And not only because it's an orange blush, okay? I can hear you already. I really like that blush. I feel like that saved the face so far. So I'm going to get my hair out of the way and let's go in with the Genius Grip Hydrating Setting Mist. So, I just shook it up a little bit, but you can see it's that like dual layer. You shake it up and it combines it all together. The packaging is cute, just bigger than I was expecting it to be. Mine also, I dropped it, me problem, and it broke, so it is sellotaped together. But you like press here. It's got like a button and then it comes out the little thing at the front. I do really like the packaging for this. Let's see. That was rude. Oh, that was so rude. Okay, don't like the spray. Let me hold that as far away as I can. Oh, that was aggressive. Hello? Now it's not reaching me. What's happening? I don't like that spray. It smells like cucumbers. That was an aggressive spray. But also then when I held it further away, it didn't reach me. And it smells like cucumber. That is a very, very strong fragrance. I don't like that spray. I don't like the mechanism of that. I don't like the aggressiveness. Yes, don't like that. So let's move on. I feel like my face is damp. Oh, I really don't like that. So I'm going to do the lips and then we will move on to the eyes because this is the palette that I got. It's a colourful all matte, if I can get into it, a colourful all matte palette. So we're gonna be playing with a bit of colour today. I'm very excited. That's the Genius 6-pan. But let's do the lips first. So the lip liner is the Overdo It lip liner in Say Less, and that is what it looks like. I think that that looks promising as a pale girly. I really like a pale nude lip liner, so let's see how this goes. I think that this is potentially one of the lightest lip liners that I have ever worn. I like it. It's a little bit more cool toned than what I was expecting it to be. It's a little bit contour shadowy looking, which I'm not mad at. I was just expecting it to be a bit more pink, a bit more like the actual colour of my lips, but I'm not mad at that. That's really nice and creamy. really nice and pigmented, went on very, very easily. I do enjoy sort of sharpenable pencils. I like mechanical pencils as well. I'm really not picky, but that feels lovely. So I got an orange lip gloss that's in this like smooshy, squidgy packaging. Yeah, and I couldn't tell you the name of it because it was on the other bit of packaging that is either on my floor or in my bin. So, oh, I was expecting this to have like a stick and an applicator. It doesn't. It's just got like a hole in the top. So do you squeeze this up out of there? This feels wrong. Oh yeah, apparently you do. Okay, that's fine. Oh, it smells like oranges. Oh, I love that. That is a very thick, very cushiony, lovely lip gloss. The sort that would get your hair stuck in it, absolutely. But that feels lovely and cushiony, like it's very, very thick. Okay, I really like that. And I love how that smells. That smells like oranges. It's directly under my nose. It's making me want some sort of delicious tropical looking alcoholic beverage. I really like how that feels. Obviously it just looks like a clear lip gloss. I get that. I see that. Your points are valid, but that feels lovely. So let me go off and swatch this eyeshadow palette and we can come up with some sort of very colourful eyeshadow look. So I'm interested to see, because I'm not a big fan of Revolution's eyeshadow formula. Historically not my favourite, but let's not judge this on what Revolution does. Apart from the fact that they are like the same brand. But let me go off and swatch this and I will be right back. Okay, so this is the palette. This is the colour story that we are working with today. So we have got IQ 404, this like mustardy yellow. Then we have got Know It All, beautiful purple. Extra Credit, which is like a bright orangey red. Then Study Session, which is more like a fuchsia-y sort of hot pink. Then A Star for Effort. No, I've read that completely wrong. A Star Effort. This one went on a little bit sheer, a little bit patchy, like it didn't pick up very well, so I don't know if I'm necessarily going to use this one today. And then Bookworm. That is pretty much one swipe. Like I did build them up a little bit so you could really see the colour, but that blue was pretty much one swipe. Like I am very impressed with the level of pigment in all of them apart from A Star Effort. So what do I want to do? I want that yellow right on my inner corner, and honestly I think I might just like whack the other colours on and like blend them in and do something a little bit crazy. I have put the e.l.f. eyeshadow primer down, the Lock It Down eyeshadow primer, and tapped that in. So eyes are primed and let's go. After swatching these, I think I probably should have done the eyes first, but we've done it now. We are here. We are working with what we've got. So let's, none of my brushes are clean. I feel like I have to give that that little statement at the start so that you don't judge me taking a brush. And let's go into, I'm thinking I'll go like, what am I thinking? I don't know what I want to do. And also it doesn't matter. I just want to use all apart from that green. Like I'm not very impressed with the green, so I've changed my mind. I'm going to take a fluffy brush and let's go into Extra Credit, the orange, and I'm going to put that through the crease. Okay. So grippy primer because obviously I didn't put any primer or anything on my hand to swatch them. Grippy primer, and that has really worked. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Stop saying okay. I wasn't expecting that. Okay. Oh, I've done it again. Let's run that under the eye as well. That has really surprised me. I was not expecting that to be that level of pigment with like one dip, but also blend as easy as that has. That has blended that has blended so easily. So let's go on to that smaller, more tapered brush, and I will put Study Sessions, this one, the darker pink. I'll put that on the outer corner, then the purple, then the blue. I feel so inspired by this colour story, and the pigment is now scaring me. So I've got Study Session on my brush there. Let's tap that off because I don't want to ruin the rest of my base makeup. Let's tap this onto the outer corner, and that has just blended into that beautiful orange all by itself. Alrighty then. Yeah, I like that shade too. Okay, I am like wiping that brush off just on a bit of tissue, and let's go into Know It All, the purple. Again, tap it off. That's pretty as well. I'm seriously very impressed. Colourful makeup is back! Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that colourful makeup is back. So, that is that Know It All shade. Again, that has built up and laid down beautifully. Wiping off that brush again on a bit of tissue. And let's go into Bookworm. And I will keep that. Ooh, do I keep that on the lid or do I put that above the crease? Let's put it on the lid. There will be more time to play with this palette, but today I just want every single shade on my eyeballs. So that's the blue. I feel like I've ruined it with that blue, but never mind. Never mind. There we go. So, just a little bit more fiddling. I have added more of that pink onto the outer corner to deepen that up a little bit. I feel like I should have done the colours across the lid. Opposite ways. You live and you learn. So I have got a smaller, more dense brush, and I'm going to go into that yellow. And tapping that off, I'm more than happy to build it up. I just don't want too much fallout across my face, and I'm going to pack that yellow right onto the inner corner. And let's see what we can get there. I feel like that isn't showing up as much as I was maybe expecting it to, but also that eyeshadow primer probably isn't there on the inner corner, so maybe the eyeshadow primer really did make a difference. Let's add a bit more. Where did I put it? Here. Let's add a tiny little bit of eyeshadow primer to the other side and see. I'm running out of this. See if that makes a difference. Like, it's going to make a difference. I'm believing in myself. It's going to make a difference. I mean, that's definitely looking brighter on that side, isn't it? So I recommend some sort of eyeshadow primer. Like I say, I've been loving the e.l.f. one. I have been enjoying that one. I do feel like that has made a difference. So I am going to leave the eyes there because I am known for going overboard. I mean, as if this isn't overboard. I like it though. I really, really like it though. So I got, who is surprised? I got a liquid liner. I got the Outsider liquid liner in black. This is a felt tip. It does look like a good felt tip though, like it's not too big. So, sounds liquidy, sounds promising. Let's concentrate. Let's concentrate on a wing. Okay, this is very, very black and very liquidy. That is one of the easiest felt tip liners that I have ever used. And if you are new to my channel, you may not know. I wear a liquid liner every single day. I wear a wing every single day. And this is one of the easiest ones that I have ever used. Felt tip. I love a brush tip. Felt tip, that is one of the easiest ones that I've ever used. Happy girl. I really, really like that. For me though, it is, if the liner doesn't smudge, doesn't flake, doesn't transfer, if it stays looking like this all day, we've got a new favourite. Putting it out there now. Okay, if this liquid liner stays looking like this all day, we've found, I won't say a new favourite, won't say that yet, but I really, really like how easy that was. The product actually flooded down to the tip of the felt tip. Not a given, not even a lot of the time. That very, very rarely happens. Very, very easy to use. Very, very black, very juicy. If this doesn't smudge or flake or transfer or anything like that, this could be a new favourite. I really, really like that. So for mascara, I got the Curl Theory curling mascara, again in black. I love the packaging. I think that it's lovely. So let's see how much drama. Oh, blimey. That is a curved wand. Okay. Let's see how much drama we can get with this. Alrighty then. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of drama. That, I mean, granted, you can't see it too well with the amount of colour and also liquid liner that I have got on my eyelids currently. But believe me when I say that that is lengthening and volumizing and thickening and all of the things that I like, and that was very, very easy to build up, very easy to sort of layer upon itself. I got this level of drama in 2 coats. Again, if this lasts well, if this doesn't do that like transfery thing up here or smudge under my eyes, I also think that that could become a new favourite. It smells though, warning, it smells a bit like paint. Like the sort of paint that you would put on like an oil-based paint that you would put on like wood. This is so specific. You would put on like wooden windowsills outside. If anybody else can sort of recoil that scent, that's what it smells like. But I think it looks great. And if it doesn't smudge, doesn't flake, doesn't do all of those things, I can be persuaded, okay? I think that the eyes, everything that I've used on the eyes, I love them. I know. But colourful makeup is back and I am so happy about it. Okay, so I did just add a little bit more blush and a little bit more bronzer, and that is the finished look. I am very impressed. I am very, very impressed with everything. So if you haven't seen my channel before, I do these videos throughout the month and then I come back at the end of the month and I give you my final thoughts on everything when I've had a bit more time to play. I will be doing that at the end of this month with everything that I have tried. I do it every month, but I'm saying I will be coming back in like 2 weeks after I've had more time to play with all these products to give you my final thoughts. But first impressions, thoughts of everything. I think that this foundation stick will look lovely when my face isn't quite so flared. I don't know what was going on today. Like I say, I think it was the moisturiser that I put on. It was just a little bit angry. So I will continue to use the foundation stick. The colour, I'm very, very proud of myself for that colour match. Like, that was pretty much perfect. I love that colour. It matched me perfectly. So if you are like a fair to light, warm, moonwalker, beautiful. If you're like a Makeup Revolution F2, what else do I wear that matches me perfectly? Elf. I can't remember what I wear in Elf. I can't remember any of my foundation shades off the top of my head, but if you see my channel then you know. Moonwalker, very, very impressed with that colour match, love that one. The Bad Press setting powder, again, I'm just not sure that like the base was right for me to be testing a powder today, so I will continue to try it with different base products and stuff. It looks a little bit dry, it grabbed a little bit, but also I am a dry skin girl. I'm very, very picky with powders. A lot of powders don't work for me, so I do also have that loose powder to try. The brow pencil, I love that. I hope that they come out with a slightly warmer shade, just my preferences. But if you have very dark hair and you want something that's more cool toned, or even like cool tone to neutral, like I don't necessarily feel like this is cool tone, it's just not as warm as what I usually like. I think that you would really, really like that. The formula was lovely. The lip liner and lip gloss combo, I still can feel that cushiony beautifulness. I love the colour of the lip liner. It's not what I usually go for. Again, I usually go for something a little bit more pink or a little bit warmer. That was definitely a little bit more cool toned, a little bit more grey toned than what I would usually go for. But I think that in conjunction with that lip gloss was beautiful. And that lip gloss smells so good and feels so lovely on the lips. Just pick one and you don't need all of them. They're all going to look the same. They do just look like a clear lip gloss. But I recommend the orange one because it smells like oranges. The setting spray, the Genius Grip Hydrating Setting Mist. I don't like that. I think I would probably prefer this as a primer. I would probably prefer this under my makeup. But also I'm just not sure. The spray was so aggressive. Have I got a faulty one, or is that just how they are? If you have any information on that, please do let me know. I really like the mascara. I think that that looks lovely. I really like the liquid liner. I think that that looks lovely. That was so easy to use. No notes. I think that that was fantastic. The eyeshadow really surprised me. I did not think I was going to like the eyeshadow. Just going off what I know of very affordable eyeshadows, and granted I could take this off and I could have a rainbow on my eyelids for the next week from the staining. I don't know, I will have to let you know in the video that I was saying about at the end of the month, my recap video. I will have to let you know, but the pigment, I'm impressed. I am very, very impressed with that one. The bronzer, it looks nice, but also the shades, I will probably prefer a different shade. I like the look of it. I like the texture of it in the pan. It picked up on my brush very nicely. It's just not the shade for me, and I can't really get past that. I should have waited and got one that I knew would be the right shade for me. Again, that's a me problem. And the blush, I really, really like that blush. I wasn't expecting it to have a glow. Like, I don't have any highlight on, and I feel like my skin looks glowy from where I've put that blush on. Very, very impressed. Even though it's teeny tiny, but also it's teeny tiny, and I think that is incredibly, incredibly cute. So if you've tried anything from Troublemaker that you think I need to try, or if there's anything that you want my opinion on that I haven't tested here, let me know down below, because I'm probably going to be doing another full face of Troublemaker when like all of the shades come out. I definitely want to try the cushion foundation. I'm interested in the eyeshadow palettes. They've also got Made by Mitchell curve case dupes. Let me know if you want to see it. I will get one and I will give you my thoughts. But that is everything. I would love to hear what you think. Like I say, everything will be linked down below. But that is me done. Until next time, thank you ever so much for watching. Bye bye.